the sport. I'm Gary L. Smith, and we begin with the news, the sad news that tributes are pouring in for the late former board member of Hearts of Oak called Alhaji Hearts.
I don't even know where to begin. He's a good man, that's all I can say. He's a very good man. You know, and we didn't expect this. It just happened. You know, may his soul rest in perfect peace. And we love him, miss him dearly. Yeah.
Actually, it's a big blow to Hearts of Oak. They really respect him in Hearts. He's somebody, if Alhaji Hearts is not there, there is no Hearts. So I don't know what is going to happen now. He's done so much for Accra Hearts of Oak, not for only Hearts of Oak, for the whole Ghana football, especially the players. They have so much respect for him.
So finally, what are you going to say? Your condolences message to
condolences to the family, and he's not a he's a brother. I've missed him because I know every morning he calls me. Even he spoke to me before. You know, like yesterday when there was a football match, Manchester, he knows I'm a supporter of Manchester. He'll call me and mess me up. Oh, your team has lost. Now who is going to call me?
It's a very sad news to me because Alhaji Hearts have been with the club since the days of Nyamita and others. Since the days of Nana Yurokwampim, DS Kwakumpun, Asante Sechi, and quite a number of them. I can't list all of them here. Thompson and others. Has fallen out of the club, and it will really take a long time for us to replace it.
The thing that happens in that is, how did you go? When did it happen? And what is the legacy you left? For me, Alhaji Hearts, I think he's left a very good legacy. He's a peacemaker in the House of Accra, in the fraternity. He's somebody who tries to bridge the gap. He's somebody who tries to encourage the young ones, especially when you see them getting into fracas that are not supposed to be. I see Alhaji Hearts calling them. I say, look, this is not the way it should be. Let's have patience. We'll be able to resolve it. Nothing that you can benefit out of trouble and everything. So for me, he's somebody who knows the history of Accra. So he's somebody who has been a father to all of us, who has been an uncle, somebody who has been a motivator. He motivates all of us, and his words are always a motivating word, especially when there's a trophy for Accra. So he's somebody who encourages you, look, Frank, don't be discouraged. Even though we are one down, you can still come up. And at the end of the day, you find out that this is a wise man speaking. Accra turns out to be victorious in that situation. So for me, I'm not mourning him. I'm not in a sorrowful situation because, one, the book of life, I believe, knows that this is the situation that man must return to dust. And today, my brother, my uncle, my friend is returning to.
Well, I've known Alhaji since the early 70s when I was in primary school. Alhaji was close to HP Nyamite. So Alhaji used to pick me up from school, sometimes drop me up from school. Later on, I know he left for the US. So when he came back, immediately we established contact again. And then when I finished school in the 90s, around 1990, I joined him at Accra Hearts of Oak. And we worked together, and we've been working together since then.
May he rest in peace. Everybody's talking about the 2018 Winter Olympics. The new news, if you like, is that Russia have been reinstated in terms of their athletes by the Court of Arbitration for Sport, overturning an earlier decision. However, here in Ghana, where the Winter Olympics has usually not been a big deal, however, this time we are having quite a bit of a participation of sorts. We have one corporate donating 100,000 Ghana cedis to the Ghana Olympic Committee ahead of this month's event.
Switch, a company led by Ghanaian South Korean handed a cash sponsorship of 1,000 Ghana cedis to the Olympic Committee on Wednesday ahead of Ghana at this year's Winter Young. The match was presented by the Enterprises of Pay, which is expected at the which begins next week. Here is Pace Rate CEO Kujo.
We realized that to show our core value to help the youth companies in Ghana, also the will help. We can actually compete and do well in international stages. So these are the two main reasons why we've decided to come on board.
Ghana Olympic Committee President Benunu Mensah expressed delight with the kind of gesture from Pace Wage and promised the money will be put to good use.
We would make sure that whatever little money that has been given to us, it will be put to judicious use. that way we can always come back and come and help, come and ask for support for more engagement. I want to promise His Excellency and then Mr. Choi that we would give you a true reflection of the Ghanaian value when we are in your country.
Ghana chef de mission for the Winter Games, Jerry Shape, is excited about the prospect of Akwesi Frimpong at the Games. For him, Frimpong becoming the first Ghanaian to participate in the skeleton event is already a winner.
For someone who virtually suffered, had to go through an illegal migration, and it was then 8 years, is now stayed in America for a certain period, and he's not forgotten one thing, that he comes from Ghana, that his umbilical cord is Ghana. And it's not as if he did not get the Americans poaching him or the Dutch poaching him. They did, but he stood by his...
Doing some things other than football and boxing, because the table tennis is in the news. The Ghana Table Tennis Federation has launched what they call the National Junior Tennis League, and the sole aim of that initiative is to unearth talent. Here's a report from our desk by Sarah Bediaku.
Over 100 juvenile players drawn from 8 tennis clubs in Accra will participate in the maiden edition of the National Junior League. The 10-week tournament is an initiative of Tennis Foundation Ghana. Kofi Owusu-Efriye is communications team member of the non-governmental organization.
This NGO is the baby of one of Ghana's players, Roger Crawford, who is based in the US. And tennis, you know, with us, tennis is at the heart. We love it. It's a game we all cherish, and we want to bring back to the country because its level has gone down. We want to raise it to where it used to be in the glory days.
General Secretary of the Ghana Tennis Federation, Philippina Frimpong, said her outfit intends to use the National Junior Tennis League and unearth talent to replace the aging players.
If you can see George Dakun, Matraku, they are both not in the country now. Jeff Basse is distracted with school. Jamin Fum is doing other things. Pascal Ziab, they've all sort of left the scenes now, and we have got. It's been something we're contemplating for a very, very long time. To help us set the stage for children or the young ones to now feel the that these people have left.
Some of the juvenile players who were in action on day one of the National Junior Tennis League spoke to Joy Sports.
I play this summer to get more skills. So when I grow up, I can be someone and I can be a champion.
I want to improve my tennis when I'm playing a tournament or something. Exercise is letting me improve my tennis.
I want to learn more skills so that I'll improve when I'm playing a tournament again.
The maiden edition of the National Junior Tennis League, organized by Tennis Foundation Ghana and sanctioned by the Ghana Tennis Federation, is expected to end in April this year.
Right, so that's it for table tennis. And another trending story has been that West Ham United have suspended one of their club's player recruitment directors for a racism comment. We'll cover that on the football show at 10:30. However, tomorrow by this time, we'll be having a big interview here on the Joy News Prime. David Ornstein, and for those who follow the transfer news, he is not one of the most acclaimed football journalists when it came to the transfer window in the world right now. And he'll be with us live tomorrow at 8:30 on the Joy News channel right here. I'm Gary L. Smith, and that's the sport for now.